morning for all of us. So in this occasion, we will explain to you about grammatical equivalent. But before it, we will introduce ourselves first. My name is Michelle Santoso with NPM 1912-0053 and my friends Belga Jurika Chapa with NPM 1912-0040. And please pay your attention. So in this topic, we will make them in two parts. The first is the definitions of grammatical equivalence, and the second is categories of grammatical equivalence. Okay, we will start with the definitions of grammatical equivalence. Grammatical equivalence deals with grammatical categories. Becker explained that it describes the variety of grammatical categories which may or may be expressed in a different language, and the way of this area of language structures affects decisions in the process of the translations. The difference in the grammatical structures of the source and target language often result in some changes in the information content of the message during the process of translation. This change may take the forms of adding to the target text information which is not expressed in the source text. Okay, we will go to the next part, the categories of grammatical equivalence. So, grammatical equivalence consists of 5 categories. The first is number, the second is gender, the third is persons, the fourth is tenses and aspect, and the last is voice. So please give your attention because we will try to explain and give some example to make you understand. So we will go to the first categories, numbers. Numbers refer to the definitions of grammar in source language and target language. Language in the world may not have the same category of noun and forms. In some cases, there is the change of morphology, such as English, the singular and plural concepts are attached on the base words. So we will go to the example of grammatical equivalence in numbers. So then the source language we will be rewarded well if we do good to the animals. The target language, kami akan mendapatkan pahala juga jika kami berbuat baik kepada hewan-hewan itu. The use suffix as in words animals indicate plurality. The words animals should be translated into hewan-hewan in bahasa Indonesia by duplicating noun hewan to show that more than one hewan, but the singular noun hewan is used to translate animals. It shows the plural concept of English noun in translate to the singular noun in bahasa Indonesia. This concept can be accepted when it points general nouns. So the next category is gender. Gender is the grammatical divisions according to which noun or pronoun is classified as either masculine or feminine in some language. Baker in 2011 state that in the most language that have a gender category, the masculine term is usually the dominant. The example of grammatical equivalence in genders. The source language, the Queer's research show the presection stage of women is better than man. Besides on the mean value is obtained. The target language, dapatan kajian memperlihatkan tahap persepsi perempuan-perempuan yang lebih baik daripada laki-laki berdasarkan nilai minimum yang diperoleh. From the sentence, the word woman is translated into perempuan in bahasa Indonesia by students. The word perempuan indeed defines as the feminine in bahasa Indonesia. But in this context, the word woman would be translated into wanita, considering the context is about adult female. Usually, the word perempuan is defined by the word girl. The word girl if we talk in English.
Third is person. Grammatical category of person relates to the notion of participant roles. The most common distinction is that the between first person, that is I or we. Second person is you, and the third person are she or he or they. In addition to the main distinction based on the participant rules, the person system may be organized along a variety of outer dimensions. For example, in search language, an average monthly income of respondents was dominated by his or her income of more than 1 million to 3 million. In target language, it means rata-rata pendapatan per bulan responden adalah dominasi oleh mereka yang mempunyai pendapatan lebih dari 1 juta sampai dengan 3 juta. The fourth is tense and aspect. Tense and aspect are grammatical category in a large number of language in some language. The tense and aspect system or parts of it may be highly developed with several fine distinction in temporal location or distribution. For example, in such language, the phrase of the proverb asks, "O messenger of Allah, is there we will be rewarded well if we do good to the animal?" In target language, it means sahabat-sahabat baginda bertanya, "Ya Rasulullah, adakah kami akan mendapatkan pahala juga jika kami berbuat baik kepada hewan itu?" The last is voice. Voice is a grammatical category which defines the relationship between a verb and its subject. In active voice clauses, the subject is the agent responsible for performing the action, and in passive clauses, the subject is the affected entity and the agent may or may not be specified depending on the structures available in each language. For example, in search language, the manager of the bank fell on the floor, releasing the value of rupiahs fell to the lowest point in its history. And in target language, it means manajer bank itu terjatuh ke lantai ketika menyadari bahwa rupiah jatuh ke titik terendah sepanjang sejarahnya.